This is Dr. Tawana Grover, Superintendent of Grand Island Public Schools. I am entering the Advanced Construction House here where I will be changing shoes with Mr. Brett Forsman and joining the high school seniors as they complete this project.
Welcome, Dr. Grover, to the job site today. Today we're going to be working inside, trying to complete some trim work that we've been working on for the last couple weeks.
Okay, so we're going to try and do a little trimming. Not quite sure if I know what that means, but I did try to follow your instructions. I wore my boots today so that I would be ready for the job site.
Well, I tell you what, I appreciate the closed-toed shoes, but those heels, I don't think they're going to cut it on the job site today. You may have to change those shoes.
All right. I think you're right. I better change my shoes.
Yeah. The students normally, they just come in and we have a little meeting, a little construction meeting at the beginning. They get started, get their tools out, and that's when I take attendance. I always stress to them this is their project and they're the ones doing this.
So when I normally go into the classroom, I'm looking for learning targets and those types of things. So as far as our standards-based instruction is concerned, so like what's the target? How do we know? How does that work here with CTE?
A lot of times there's going to be different targets for different groups of kids. If they're working on the stair railing, their target that day is going to be to assemble that stair railing according to code. When it comes to like success criteria, it's really about, okay, you got to be within a 1/16 of an inch. All those kind of those industry terms that we talk about. Hey, Victor, Dr. Grover will help you cut that baseboard.
And you know, I've never done this before. You weren't serious about me using this thing.
So we just cut it to the length, and she pretty much did the cutting, the measuring, and pretty much almost everything you have to do to put it up.
Okay, I didn't realize the power that was gonna come. Okay, so these are industry level tools that we're using here. Okay, all right, not for amateurs, we get it.
I mean, she probably needs a little bit more practice, but she did pretty good. I mean, it's her first time here.
I learned that I don't want to be left alone with power tools. No, actually that was pretty rewarding to work alongside the student, for them to demonstrate some of what they do on a regular basis. I've been out to the homes for the celebrations a number of times, but coming on the visit today is a little bit different just because we have evolved in our program offerings here in the district. And so now I really come through the lens of the academies, and I bring with me in my mindset just that profile of a graduate and what we expect for our students. And so we want our students to be college, career, community, world ready. And I have, you know, both things that we're trying to accomplish, like all of the, what is it going to take for them to be college ready? What is it going to take for them to be career ready? And how all of that merges and what those experiences are like every day in their classroom. And I just love the way Victor put it.
She just asked how English can help with my construction, and I just said because English teaches you how to read different stuff, and then construction you have to know how to read plans, the codes, and then all that different stuff, so it all comes together at the end. Math too, it teaches you how to add, how to look at the measuring tape, so it just comes and helps together.
We've created a culture out here that I feel like they like coming to. You know, we're all directed in a common goal. A lot of the conversations that her and I had were just about kind of meeting the students where they're at and where they're going. Students are going in different directions, and making sure that their education, their content is relevant to where they're going.
He expressed just a great appreciation for his colleagues, and understanding that each student needs something different. Just listening to his take on how does he work alongside some of the other content areas. In particular, like English, that has been a topic of discussion for us to figure out. So what is the place for Shakespeare? That's the going thing. Mr. Forsman, he just really shed a lot of light on at what point during their experience in high school is it relevant? He had such a great appreciation for English. He talked about the technical manuals that they're having to use, and just again back to the code language. But he said something that was particularly interesting to me, is that not only do they have to understand, enjoy what they're reading, but then they have to go and apply it. We've gone to the next level where not only are they reading Shakespeare, but their English teachers are also invested in their college or their career choices, and how do they work alongside their CTE teachers to make sure that they understand what they're doing in those classes and how it relates back. I think Brett Forsman is a model for teaching, period, like exclamation point. And I just watched how he coached the different teams of students on their projects. I think the example that he's setting for the students is that pride and expectation. It just made me think about, what does that look like in a different classroom when we're saying, well, we can't leave, we can't finish, we can't call it quits until we know that we have it exactly right.
It's really important to me to make sure that they're prepared to be successful, to contribute to society in the future, no matter what they do.